Hey guys, welcome back to VG Coding, and today we'll be learning about SQLite databases. So, SQLite is a database network that you could use in any language, but in Python, to run this, we need a package called Sqlalchemy, and to import that, you use from flask underscore Sqlalchemy import Sqlalchemy. You need to follow the caps for SQLA because that's the module. And to install this, all you need to do is pip install flask Sqlalchemy. And here, if you use underscore, that wouldn't work. You need to use a hyphen, and you could you for more steps you could use the links in the description. Now let's get back to using Sqlalchemy. Now we need to define a variable called db, which is database. So your database is Sqlalchemy app. So same as Flask, but it tells you that your app runs on Sqlalchemy. And we also need to do this app.config Sqlalchemy database URI equal to SQLite colon 3 slashes and names.db. So what this statement does is that it sets your file's database file and states that it is made of SQLite and it's named as names.db. So db is a database file, and to support the database file, when opening it, it gives you encrypted form of data. So to prevent that, you need to go to your extensions and you need to go to SQLite reader, and you could install any one of these. There are a lot to work with. And this is the one I installed. You could use this if you want. Now, to tell you how your database is made, we define a Python class. Class names. You can name this whatever you want. And in brackets, we use db.model. So it basically tells you that this is how db should be. And you define variables to define columns. So I'm going to use id equal to db.column.db.integer, comma primary key equal to true. So what this statement says that id is a column of db and it is an integer, and primary key equal to true means that it increases for every record. Now let's add one more column. Name equal to db.column.string, db.column and db.string. And when you're using a string, you need to specify a limit for the string. That is how long it should be. And I'm going to use the limit of 50. And it's not a primary key, so you don't need to include that. Let's use nullable equal to false, which is it cannot be empty. Now let's create the database. You can do this by using db.createAll. This is going to create your database file for you. Now when I run this, you get your names.db file. So in normal VS Code encoding, you get SQLite format, so it's going to be like this. But when you open this with the SQLite viewer, you get something like this. So it shows you your columns, and which are ID and name. And I only have one table, so it shows you tables on your left hand side. So that's it for this video. In the next video, we're gonna learn about adding and retrieving data from this file. So subscribe to my channel, VG Coders. Thank you.